Yeah. Good evening, everyone. It's after a long time we are back to this 30 question discussions. So today we are going to discuss 30 questions from particularly in and around this October month 2022. From April to September we have already covered in the first cycle. From October we will go on from now. Okay? So how is preparation going? ठीक ठाक. कितना मार्क्स आ रहा है? कितना आया आपका? नहीं दिया. So this class का basic focus ये कि when we were discussing the PYQ, we were discussing so much of tricks how to solve this question with minimum knowledge and all this. But these classes we particularly keep focus on building the knowledge base. ज़्यादा कुछ ट्रिक्स सर के सॉल्व करने का कोई फायदा नहीं है. अब कुछ भी ट्रिक सीखना है PYQs में जाके सीखो. PYQs का वीडियो देखो, PYQ अपना बनाओ, कैसे सॉल्व करना है, अप्रोचेस सब गेम PYQs में खेलो. Not in the test series, not in the questions which I make or somebody else institute makes. वो may be follow नहीं करता UPSC pattern. You have to rely on last 3 years at least PYQs. Keep those material with you, question papers, and go through whichever topic you are learning. At least go through the last 3 year क्या पूछा है, and उसमें से आप निकालो क्या strategy होना चाहिए before of you go to the exam. Clear? Answer the first question. Take 30 seconds. हो गया? Answered? बताओ. Going on. You're confused between C or D. So at least 3 pairs are correct. You're sure about. बढ़िया. और क्या आंसर है बताओ? 3 pairs correct है. So this is also a takeaway for when you are solving exam. क्या बेसिस पे बोल रहे हैं इसमें 3 आंसर करेक्ट है? ठीक है. Bakra Nagar is famous dam. It's in Satluj itself. What is specialty of all these dams? All these are on Indus or its tributaries. Pong Dam किधर है? किस पे है? Pong Dam is on Bass. So these all dams are based on either on Indus or its tributaries. What is specialty of Indus? We have this river treaty with Pakistan. What is arrangement under this treaty? 3 river waters are for India, 3 river waters are for Pakistan. Which are for India? Eastern rivers or western rivers? Eastern rivers for India and western rivers are for Pakistan. Which are western rivers? Indus, Chenab and Jhelum. Eastern rivers? Beas, Ravi and Satluj. Now what the fight is going on? India has been building some rattle dam projects on some of these rivers, and Pakistan has been contesting it, and there has been verdicts in favor of India. Who brokered this deal? This deal is from 1960s, one of the longest ongoing deals. Whichever war happened between India and Pakistan, this deal never got into the picture. Who brokered this deal? World Bank. These are all the basics. Now all these dams are either in the news or somewhere related to the Indus and these river treaties. Now how can you prepare these questions? It's not feasible, इंडिया में सब कुछ डाम है वो लेके पढ़ो, देन क्या कर सकता है? एटलीस्ट आपका माइंड में ये होना चाहिए आपको नहीं आंसर आता है, आपको करना नहीं है, ब्लाइंडली रिस्क लेना है ले लो, but at least 2 option eliminate करो with having knowledge, with applying some concepts, then there is a point in answering this question. Otherwise कुछ आता नहीं है, मैं बोल रहा है C answer है, D answer है, then that approach should not be used. At least for giving some of the tests आगे जाने में keep too much focus on मैं incorrect कम करना चाहता है, even though minimize your attempt but incorrect कम करो. That is for this month I am saying, at least for mid of April. Now then you can increase the number of attempts, then you can reach a optimum level by the time prelims comes. But अभी तक मैं randomly guess करेगा then I will score high, वो attitude कम रखो. हाँ, yes. So don't make your this tricks क्या यूज करना है, कुछ भी इंस्टीट्यूट से मत लो, मेरे क्वेश्चन से भी मत लो. All this you take from PYQs only, last 3 years basically. Otherwise it's all going to mess up. Don't depend on any institute PYQs. मैप है, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में दिखाएगा. अभी रंजीत सागर इज ऑन विच रिवर? Ranjit Sagar is on Ravi, not on Chenab, and Salal Dam is on Chenab River. So how much of pair is correct here? Only one pair is correct. A is the correct answer. No, इसमें 2000 I think 19 में भी एक क्वेश्चन आया था, which is the river is the northernmost river, which is the westernmost river, something like that. What is the answer for that? At least आपको इतना चीज clear होना चाहिए. If a basic geography question come from any of the rivers. Any of the rivers means Indus, Brahmaputra, Ganga, Narmada, Krishna, Godavari. Major 5-10 rivers. If any of the question come, basic geography question, where they flow, what is there, why it is flowing like this, or what are the left bank tributaries, right bank tributaries, or which river is northernmost river. These kind of question you should not miss. Now these dams, why we are picking these dams, these all are taken from whatever is in the news. ये आपको तब आंसर कर सकते हैं आप न्यूज़पेपर से आपको कुछ कनेक्टेड है, आप मेमोरी में कुछ है, इसमें ज्यादा गेस करने का कोई स्कोप नहीं है. नहीं तो ठीक है, एक्जैक्टली ऑर्डर में दिस आर द रिवर्स ऑर्डर, देन रेस्ट यू शुड लुक आउट. इंडस इज द टॉप मोस्ट रिवर, किशनगंगा, नीलम, ऑल दिस आर ट्रिब्यूटरीज ऑफ. किशनगंगा इज अ ट्रिब्यूटरी ऑफ, not Indus, it's tributary of Jhelum. Jhelum is going through Jammu and Kashmir. Then Chenab below that, Ravi below that. These 3 rivers are for Indus, Jhelum and Chenab. These 3 rivers are for Pakistan. Now we have Ravi, Bias and Satluj. All these rivers are for India under this XYZ commission. Go ahead. Answer this first. बताओ क्या आंसर है? 1 only. A पक्का? Quite easy question ना. Financial Action Task Force is a global money laundering and terrorist organization watchdog. With regards to FATF, consider the following statement. Recently, Nicaragua was removed from the grey list of FATF. Which other country along with Nicaragua? Which other country was also removed from the list? Famous country? Not Afghanistan, not Sudan, Pakistan. Both Nicaragua and Pakistan were recently removed out of the grey list of FATF. The statement, if you know current affairs, it is correct. Even if you don't know the statement, go to the next statement. It is an intergovernmental body established by United Nations. It is not United Nations. At least if you are prepared decently, you should be knowing it is a body not established by, thank you, not established by, it is established by G7, right? 1989, Paris. All this you should get from your basic level of preparation. It is not a UN body, at least that everyone should know. 2 is absolutely wrong. You eliminated 2 options. Now you eliminated 2 options, you are going for some guess here, even if you don't know the answer. That I appreciate. That is doable. At least 2 options you are eliminate ho gaya. Now third, India has been a member of FATF since its inception. India has been a member. Is India is a member or not? You know, India is absolutely a member of FATF. That you should absolutely know without clarity. If that even so you don't know, then your preparation is not up to the mark. Since its inception, that is a very peculiar data that if you don't know, then is understandable. India joined FATF in 2010. So FATF was formed in 1989. It is based in which country? Paris. Totally how many countries are there in FATF? Around 37 countries and plus 2 regional organizations are there. And whichever country's jurisdiction hai FATF ko. Even though only 37 countries are members of this, it has a jurisdiction in over 200 countries, or at least 200 regions. 200 regions means it become all of throughout the world. You can see that Pakistan is Pakistan a member of FATF or not? Pakistan is not a member of FATF, but still FATF have jurisdiction to put Pakistan in grey list, white list, black list and all this. That is because number of countries is very less, but still the jurisdiction is almost throughout the world. It is almost universal. No, not in +2. Pakistan is not a member of FATF. Still not being a member of FATF, FATF has the powers to put Pakistan under this grey list, white list, blue list, whichever list they are making. Okay. But key basic facts, you can read about it. There is also one more thing I always recommend. How you prepare these organizations? You might be hearing this till from January. कुछ भी है कितना organizations है international relations में 15 around more or less 15 to 20 you take maximum. At least go through the about page of these all websites, all organizations. I'm saying you before prelims, take a 1 page, 2 page, list down this organization which you are going to do for the exam and go through the about page of all these organizations. If any new program has been launched by XYZ organization in last 1 year, take a note of this. Because you will analyze the PYQs. Most of the time question came from same organization, either WEF, UNEP, IUCN. These 10-15 organizations से ही question आ रहा है. जिससे कुछ आया है हमको आंसर करना ही है. If something came from their about page, their formation date, there, here, some statement is there, you should be confidently able to strike it, say this is right statement or this is wrong statement. ये अपन कर नहीं पा रहा है, then your preparation level is not up to the mark. Gauge your preparation while you are giving the test. Very peculiar data like this country is part of FATF or not, you don't know, it's acceptable. But it's in very basic facts about FATF, you should not miss out. For that, go through the about page of this organization. Last 1 year में ये organization कुछ big program XYZ launch किया, उसको original site से पढ़ो वो क्या है क्या नहीं है. This is screenshot from FATF website. This is what they do. They work on money laundering, terrorist financing, and all these sectors. Go ahead, basic things you can read from here. Answer the third question first. जल्दी हो गया बताओ क्या आंसर है let them also finish हो गया डी बोल रहा है और कुछ सजेशन है everyone is saying D. You are saying something else, right? So it's this kind of question, what should be your approach? These are very factual questions. Approach should be take one of these, either of these, which you can be 100% sure this is correct or this is wrong. He told that क्या pronounce करते हैं Maulu cave. This cave is in Meghalaya. You know exactly this data, then second statement is correct, incorrect. So you delete all this. You have two options left. Now from this you either to go for an educated calculated guess, or if you have knowledge of something others, then also you can get the answer right. Kadamat beach, where it is? It is in Odisha. Why it is in news? Two beaches were given, two new beaches were given this blue flag certification. What is blue flag certification? XYZ beaches reaches some standards, like there is toilet in the beach, there is basic amenities, there is cleanliness, there is pollution free XYZ. 33 different standards are there. If all these standards are met, these beaches are given this blue flag certification. And in this blue flag certification, which organization gives this? FE, Foundation for Environmental and Education. Two new beaches were recently added. These are not the recent one. This has 12 beaches. Now plus two new beaches were also added into the list. Which are these two new beaches? Minikoi Tundi Beach and Kadmat Beach. Both these new beaches are in Minikoi Tundi Beach and Kadmat Beach. Both these beaches are in Lakshadweep. So this statement is not correct. Total 14 हो गया अब. पहले 12 था, 12 is in the map, 2 map में add नहीं हुआ है. ठीक है. Now what is the second statement? Maumlu cave. Where this cave is? This cave is in Meghalaya. What is specialty of this cave? Staglites are there. And what is staglites? Pillars are rising because of limestone. They are product of which topography? Karst topography. What is karst topography? If XYZ rock is made of limestone, and if the water flows through it, water is mostly slightly acidic. Now what happens? This limestone get dissolved. Now if those part of this stone which is not limestone, that will not dissolve, rest all the limestone will dissolve away. So what painting will be like hanging like this. This will lead to formation of big caves. So this kind of a cave was formed in Meghalaya. What is specialty of this cave? These stalagmites that is hanging, these are called time freezers. They capture the time, like what is our age of Earth? 4.6 billion years. Now for millions of years, this Earth में क्या हो रहा है? Depending on each year, you can see this. Like tree का circles होता है ना? With age, these circles grow. Like that, this with every year, these are getting impacted. These are different stalagmites rock का peripheral view है. Now depending on, by studying this, what kind of material is there, how much water was flowing on this, people were able to predict millions of years ago there was a long drought. That is why XYZ feature is appearing like this, or there was some other geological events that was happening throughout the history. So this cave in the Meghalaya is example of this. That's why this cave is quite famous. Now this was added into, why this was in news right now is International Union of Geological Sciences, IUGS. IUGS came out with an initiative called, what is the name of the initiative? 100 geologically important something monuments throughout the world. Now this from India there was only one XYZ place, that was this cave from Meghalaya. Second statement is also wrong. Come to third one, where is Manas Pass? Manaspasi in Uttarakhand. This is also a wrong statement. So what is answer over here? Third question ka answer is D, none of the above. Okay, go ahead. Answer the fourth question first. Namaskar. You are attended the economic class, you should answer this confidently. You recently discussed last day only. What is the answer? Wait, let them finish. हो गया? क्या आंसर है बताओ? D, everyone is saying D. So what is recently RBI is issued central bank digital currency. Consider the following statement. Holders need to have a bank account to store this CBDC. And A. Anyone else changing? CBDC retail and CBDC wholesale will be available to all users. CBDC can be structured as token or account based currency. Two options are quite technical. These are both the technical options. Only if you know the XYZ features of CBDC, then you can answer it confidently. But at least this option, look at this. CBDC retail and wholesale. This cannot be available for all users. Now, then why is the separation? That is the key area of separation. CBDC retail is available to all users. CBDC wholesale is available only for specific purposes. And what is the specific purposes? To have these interbank settlements or to government securities, settlement of government securities. Only for these institutional specialized purposes, we use this e-rupee wholesale. E-rupee retail is available for everyone for merchant or interpersonal transfers, peer-to-peer transfers. So this is an extreme statement. All is also there. So I'm absolutely taking this as wrong. Which are option? Two option I already eliminated. Now 1 and 3 is the left option. Holders need to have a bank account. We discussed that CBDC has 3 different models. What are 3 different models? Direct, indirect, and hybrid. What are these? Data verification, all this process. If CBDC is launched, somebody should keep this centralized data. That is data how much CBDC is being launched. And if CBDC transaction is doing some, you are sending money to him, somebody should verify whether this correct account में जा रहा है. Some that verification बीच में process होता है, that somebody should do. So if all these processes are done by the central bank itself, that kind of CBDC is called direct CBDC. All the processes are done by RBI or central bank itself. If bank central bank कुछ नहीं करता, central bank just issues the CBDC to the banks. Central bank issues CBDC to banks. Now banks keep all the data of whatever XYZ verification process, everything other thing associated with CBDC is responsibility of banks. This kind of model is called hybrid model. If banks as well as central bank keep the hold of XYZ CBDCs, then such kind of system is called hybrid model. And the e-rupee launched by RBI, which model it comes? It is indirect model. RBI's e-rupee is indirect model. RBI, if you remember the news, RBI issues the XYZ CBDC to 10 banks is also part of this. 4 cities, not 10, 4 banks I think. 4 banks are also part of this. Why banks are a part of this? Because RBI choose the indirect model. Now it is not necessary RBI or anyone should hold a bank account only for doing transaction with CBDC. You can do transaction of CBDC even without having a bank account. So this statement is incorrect. Our answer will be 3 only. D is the correct answer. Even if you don't know too much about it, you should be confidently eliminating 2 options. If you are answering either this or this, either this, then your approach to question is having issues. Go ahead. Okay, I haven't discussed this part. CBDC can be structured as token based or account based. Token based means what? Like if government currencies are there, 2000 note, 500 rupees note. Government is not tracking every 500 rupees किधर से किधर जा रहा है. Government क्या करता है? Just infuse this into a government या central bank, infuse the notes or money into the system economy. After that, whoever is holding that note, this is considered to be his note. If I am holding 500 rupee, then that 500 rupees is mine. Government is not concerned about where this note comes from. So that kind of a model is called token based model. Now account based model means for every like cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies means every transaction is a new node added to the system. New node added means you have XYZ, even though it is hack proof, you have a database of all the transaction that is being happening. So that kind of model is like you have different accounts and either say CBDC idhar gaya to idhar se minus karo, idhar plus karo. All this information will be keeping by the central bank or other banks who are is allotted the responsibility. That is account based. In token based, nothing, no such information will be tracked. Only who is holding at the end of the day, who is holding the currency, he is considered to be the owner of this. Now Rupee is based on token or account. RBI released Rupee now. It comes under token based or account based. It is not account based, it is token based. RBI choose the token based indirect model for CBDC. ठीक है? Go ahead. Answer the 5th question. Good evening, Kohinoor. It is general question. All are CBDC it is. Not as specifically, we are not, nowhere it is saying about our rupee or rupee retail, rupee. RBI CBDC, RBI e-rupee retail. Retail, that is indirect model, token based. Kohinoor, answer the question, answer the 5th question. Okay. What is answer? Answer is B. B, C और कुछ? B और C में confusion? B. ठीक है. So what is this place is famous for? All these places are something else that is happening around these areas. What is the first place? Galapagos Island. That is in Ecuador. Where is Ecuador? Ecuador is in South America. Where this island is in which ocean? It is in Pacific Ocean. You can see this. Why this is for news? Tortoise is there. Anything else? This XYZ country was facing least amount of global warming or climate change. Why? Because this cold current was going here, cold ocean current. So this was having some different impact on this XYZ land. So some studies were published recently. So that's why this was in news. In which ocean is this? Pacific Ocean. Otherwise you don't have to remember much. Only Ecuador is the Pacific Ocean is the South America, part of South America is there. Now regarding cold currents, basic geography, all this you should already be knowing in geography. Now second place, loop mean. Where is it? Why this is in news? Tell me why it is in news. Because of this North pipe stream. North pipe stream connects which countries? Germany with Russia. इसमें दोनों दिया है ना. This red one is I think note 1 and this blue one is note 2. Which sea, under which sea this is going through? Baltic Sea, under Baltic Sea. So while you are preparing this, prepare everything about Baltic Sea, which are the countries lying around these. And the seas around this Central Asia and central part of this Europe, Mediterranean Sea, you should be already confident about it. But this is always in news. So learn all this. Straits in the sea, all these are very important. Go ahead, why this is in news? Because recently gas has started being pumping and there has been many leaks detected within this Nord pipeline. So that's why this was again in news. Otherwise, this was always in news after this Ukraine crisis. What is the third Karish gas field? Where it is? There has been recently a treaty between Lebanon and Israel. There has been a conflict over this gas field and recently they have settled the disputes. So that's why this was in news. This is in Mediterranean Sea it is. This is not in Bangladesh, this is wrong, this is right, this is right. Now Tigray where it is? Tigray is in Ethiopia, correct. What is recent development regarding this? Why this question came? There has been some civil war happening in this Ethiopia and this war is happening in this northern part, Tigray. Government is fighting against certain groups. So this is correct. 3 statements are correct. What is the answer? 1, 2 and 4. C is the correct answer. Answer the 6th question first. हो गया क्या आंसर है B D all going for D. So what is meant by internationalization of rupee? Which of the following statement has potential positive effect due to internationalization of rupee? Immunity from BOP crisis, currency appreciation, reduce import inflation. ठीक है, what is internationalization of rupee? Simple.
The transaction between resident and non-resident and between non-residents, they are settled in Indian rupee.
You can trade in rupees. Basically trade in rupees. In which currency we are trading right now? 88% of India's all external trade is happening in dollar. Now if instead of dollar you are settling in rupee, then that is promoting that XYZ practice we are calling internationalization of rupee. Why this is in news?
Because IMF asked India to go for full account convertibility.
That is one reason. Full account convertibility that has been demanded by different rupees depreciating, appreciating, that is issue. One more reason is Russia is out of most of the systems. Like SWIFT, you have seen recent day, SWIFT messaging system, Russia has been thrown out of this after Ukraine crisis. Most of the dollar basis, dollar transaction or the Russia has been, sanctions has been put on Russia. If Russian XYZ investment is there in US, that has all been blocked. So Russia is not in a position to promote this or do all of its trade in dollars. So Russia and India is so much trading right now with Russia. All these India 20 50 times, 20 to 50 times India has multiplied the amount of crude oil that is being brought from Russia. So after this, India need to trade with Russia, and Russia doesn't want dollar, or Russia wants some other currency to be promoted. Even in this BRICS summit when it happened, you might have Russia came up with we should have an alternative payment system to dollars. Russia is promoting this because of its circumstantial demands, and rupee is one of the alternative option to this. What else now? How rupee or international going more international trade in rupee, denominated in rupee, how it impacts all of this? What is balance of payment crisis?
Balance of payment crisis.
What is balance of payment crisis? क्राइसिस क्या है इसमें? क्राइसिस क्या है? क्राइसिस
Balance of trade cannot be fulfilled with the foreign reserve that India has or from the current capital account.
You all are speaking import is greater than export, then it is balance of payment crisis. Deficit now, every year we are having deficit now. India is having around 50 billion, 50 plus billion US dollars deficit every year. कोरोना टाइम में थोड़ा इधर उधर चेंज हो गया, बट नहीं तो 50 बिलियन के ऊपर है हमारा करंट अकाउंट डेफिसिट. But India doesn't face any of this BOP crisis from 1991. There was crisis. After that, India is comfortably sitting without any crisis. Why? Because why? Because India is having suppose 50 billion in current account deficit. At the same time, India may be earning 40 or 60 billion in where? Capital account or capital transaction, that is FDI, FII, then this much only. Remittances is also India's one of the. So at the end of the day, India is gaining so much of dollar from other transactions. Even though current account deficit we are having, capital is coming to India at a greater extent. Now due to this, what happened? This much is, even though it is this much huge, we don't reach a situation where India is running out of dollars. And BOP crisis exactly means India does need to import essentials. Like crude oil, import नहीं किया तो crude oil नहीं होगा, इधर petrol नहीं होगा, श्रीलंका जैसे situation आएगा. Sri Lanka went to this BOP crisis because essential elements you need to import. वो import करने के लिए डॉलर नहीं है आपके पास. इंडियन रुपी से काम नहीं होगा, डॉलर देना चाहिए. वो डॉलर नहीं है, then that XYZ situation we call it as BOP crisis. After in 1991 we faced the situation. Then we went with the gold and all these things happened. After 1991 LPG reforms, India is nowhere near to even facing a BOP crisis. India is comfortably sitting over like 500 above billion forex reserves. Forex reserve now is around 550 billion. Even though from 620 billion it is coming down. Even it is coming down means still we are greatly high about it. There is no worry about this BOP crisis. Now what happens if more trade is happening in rupee? Now this crisis kab hoga? When you need to buy essentials and you don't have enough dollars. But if you are buying in rupee, then what happens? Then not tension नहीं करना है, rupee ले लेगा बाकी लोग. Rupee से trade करो. If you look at the forex reserves of US, what is forex of US? India is having 500 billion, 550 billion, something like that. What is forex reserves of US? US का बहुत कम है, extremely low रखा है. क्यों रखा है? Because उसका ही currency है, उसको even US Fed has the right to indirectly print the money also. So they are not too much bothered to have safety. We will keep so much dollars. They are not worried about it. We are worried about because हमको इससे trade करना है. If rupee is tomorrow becoming international currency, then Indian government, why should we keep so much of the rupee? Required nahi hai. So this is correct statement. If internationalization of rupee happens, chances of getting a BOP crisis considerably reduces. Second, currency appreciation. Currency appreciation कैसे होगा? डिमांड ऑफ रुपी इंक्रीजेस, सो रुपीज का प्राइस बढ़ जाएगा, ठीक है, because we are trading more and more in rupees, so other countries will also require rupee. They are coming when making, putting dollars into Indian economy and taking away rupee. Obviously, demand of rupees will increase and price will increase. Reduce import inflation. How?
Also, we don't need dollar anymore.
We don't need dollar anymore. So there is this currency, उधर जाएगा इधर जाएगा, इसका problems we can adjust. Now dollar become $80, dollar में 80 rupees, 5 rupees up हो गया. That means our current account deficit which we are saving, our import cost become 2% up. So this changes all we can eliminate if rupee we are trading in rupee. So import inflation chances are also less. All these are something or else related to. What is some of the critics of this internationalization of rupee?
What money flow will increase.
What money flow will increase. Point is, we discussed in economic class also, how RBI is controlling this economy.
फेडरल रिजर्व अगर कुछ करती है तो स्टेट बैंक पूरे वर्ल्ड का था, वैसे अगर इंडिया कुछ करेगी अपनी रेपो रेट कम करेगी बढ़ाएगी तो स्टेट बैंक ना करता है, तो उसके इफेक्ट्स बाहर नहीं सकते.
ठीक है. Main problem is how is RBI or central bank controlling the economy? Told this in economic class. Money supply. Money supply is the major tool. Now, if you are increasing, making a globalized rupee, there are so many other factors that directly influences this money supply. International factors, that country क्या कर रहा है, ये country कैसे कर रहा है. All these factors starting to impact India's money supply. Now, if so much things are impacting India's money supply, then maybe we lose some level of control over the economy, or central bank will lose some of its control over this economy. That's one reason some critics are against internationalization of rupee, but most of the opinion is to support and go for the internationalization of rupee. Government is also promoting XYZ. Go ahead. Answer the 7th question first. Answer it is D, very much correct. Answer the 7th question. हो गया? क्या आंसर है? C. Sub C. Who made this? Recently, light compact helicopter LCH Prachand was inducted into Indian Air Force. So consider the following. It is a multi-role attack helicopter specially designed for high altitude sectors. Very much correct. What is specialty of this? It can land or operate in at above 5,000 meters height. 5,000 meters is absolutely too much height. And it can also operate in desert conditions. Absolute desert condition, it can go and land and it can take off all this. So some extreme conditions के लिए helicopter design किया है, that is this. It is developed by HAL, not DRDO. Second statement is incorrect. It can fire both air to air and air to ground missiles. So answer is C. You can see the helicopter here. This is the helicopter. Majorly objective क्या है? सर्च एंड रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन करना है, ड्रोन्स आ रहे हैं तो उसको डिस्ट्रॉय करना है, स्लो मूविंग एनिमी एयरक्राफ्ट्स, ऐसे चीजों में टैकल करना है, बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी, दैट इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ दिस. गो अहेड. वेरी फैक्चुअल सिंपल क्वेश्चन इट वाज. Answer the question first. Wait. बताओ क्या आंसर है? सी. Consider the following statements with regard to International Solar Alliance, ISA. It was formed on sidelines of Paris Agreement in France. Paris Agreement is in France in 2015. It was formed on sidelines of this. This is a correct statement. It is first international organization to be headquartered in India. Where is it headquartered? Gurgaon. So both these statements are correct. Answer is C. Now again I will show you something. What is how many countries are part of this? I say around 110 plus. Action oriented, all these are just English. This is objective of this. If you want to read this, pause the video, read this. Otherwise I will share the PPT, then read this. Go ahead. Why I open this is I need to show, this is a screenshot from about page of ISA. Now if you simply depending on this material whichever I give or somebody else give, you will miss out something. You read this. This is a joint effort by India and France. 20 COP 15 it was a part of it. 2015 110 countries are currently signatories of this. Now there is something like 1000 towards 1000 strategy. Heard of this? This is something you should not miss. This is a strategy by ISA. This can come into paper. Even this question is a very traditional old generation question. But towards 1000 strategy, if that come into question, that is from ISA. Now when you get it only if you go to the about page and learn like this. Getting what is 1000 towards 1000 strategy? What exactly is this? It is to mobilize 1000 billion US dollars into the solar investment, solar projects, and impacting 1000 million people and producing 1000 gigawatt of solar electricity. So that is like so much of 1000 everywhere. That strategy is being implemented. At least exam में only ये आएगा. Towards 1000 strategy you often see in news is related to which organization? UNEP will be there, WHO, whoever it is will be there. That time you should not miss out it. It is an International Solar Alliance initiative. Go ahead. Answer the 9th question first. Very easy question. Tell me what is the answer? UNEP. We have discussed too much on UNEP. All these programs of so much reports every month, 10 reports like in that frequency. UNEP is making documents. We have produced all the screenshot we have done in the class in last current affairs series. So emission gap report released by UNEP. What is emission gap? 1.5 degrees में अंदर रुकना है. This was some objective of Paris Agreement 2015. And what was the pathway? Every country should come up with ambitious goals. These are called INDCs or NDCs. Now NDCs में कितना उतने countries बोला है and क्या कर रहा है? इसमें क्या gap है? Emission gap. An emission gap report tracks XYZ of these countries. What are some of the other major initiatives of UNEP? There has been a World Environment Situation Room. This is like so much of information, knowledge, data regarding this environment will be available at one place. World Environment Situation Room. This is an initiative of UNEP. Under this, there is a library-like system called Informia. Informea. All the objective is so much researchers are going in different parts of the country, collect everything and put it in one place. That is the objective. This is an initiative by UNEP. About it you can read from here. Then what else? Adaptation gap report. That is also by UNEP. Methane, so much projects of UNEP are related to methane. If methane tracking, methane XYZ, any of the reports is being asked in the exam, you should connect it with UNEP only. So many reports are there. This is one of the report. Every month some methane related development is going on. Air quality monitoring platform. This is another initiative of UNEP. Okay, we are not going into too much depth of it. If you want, you can go to this page of UNEP and get the data. At least you should know that these are all initiative or programs of UNEP. Go ahead. Answer the 10th question first. We have 2 history questions now. Okay. It, which one? Check करो. Google search करो. Go ahead. So very factual question. Only thing is, most of the question there is also a takeaway from this question, apart from the factual information. Like in so many UPSC question, even though in question we solved last day in this economic class, you can see that if you know one option, you can mostly find the answer. Here at least this option you will be able to eliminate, because this Mahakaleshwar temple that is in Shipra river, around Shipra river, Ujjain. This much basic data you know, and 2 options are already eliminated. Okay, all the other options are correct, all the other statements are correct. Basic information, everything is written in this booklet. You can go through it. I'm not spending too much time over it. Answer one more history question. Iska. Okay, let everyone solve. Chandra. Previous question answer is 2, 3 and 4. Answer option B. Answer is not D.
चाणक्य रूल थे सोलंकी डायनेस्टी में भी आपको हिमालय तो अगर चाणक्य रूल को टोटलिटी में लेना है तो चाणक्य डायनेस्टी
No, this is correct. Sun Temple of Modera, it was built by Chalukya rule. Correct statement. It is World Heritage Site. It is also correct statement. Now Modera is India's first 24/7 wind energy powered village नहीं है. World Heritage Site है. World Heritage Site है ना. Whole village is not the point. That XYZ site is fully solar powered. That's why it is in use. So this is wrong statement. Wind energy. Okay, wind powered, whichever it is, renewable energy powered, it is the heritage site only, not the whole village. This is the wrong statement. So what is the answer? You will eliminate this and this. Only left is C. A is the correct answer, right? 3 is wrong. So these 3 you will get eliminated. A is the correct answer. Rest factual things you read out from the book. I'm not going too much into it. Answer the 12th question. I think this also we covered in the defense sector news, defense sector class. Agni Prime. What is the answer? C. C. Answer is C. Okay, the new generation Agni Prime has been inducted into Indian Armed Forces. Consider the following scenario. What is Agni 5? What is it about? Agni Prime. No, no, Agni Prime is a new set of missiles. What is its speciality? It replaces all other missiles in 1000 to 2000 kilometer range. E range में क्या क्या missiles आता है? Agni 1, Agni 2 is there. Prithvi missiles is there. All this missile system will be replaced by a single set of missile system, that is Agni Prime. Its range, maximum range is 2000 kilometer, not 200 kilometer. Second statement is wrong. It is tried missile, making it easier to deploy if needed. It is nuclear capable missile. It is a part of India's triad. So this is correct statement. Now it is a self-guided strategic weapon system. Correct statement. Answer is 1 and 3. Okay. Okay. You read about it. Go ahead. चले, yes. Different types of laser. अभी laser system भी आ रहा है. Answer the 13th question first. B. करो आंसर करो फर्स्ट. क्या आंसर है? B. Very easy question, I guess. Not too much is required. Universal Service Obligation Fund, USOF. What is exactly it for? If you are using this connectivity service in the urban areas, some levy will be charged on this, and this levy will be deposited in a fund. What is the purpose of this? So that this XYZ connectivity services will reach the rural areas also. Why it is to be done? Because this capital investment is very high, and in rural areas usage will be very less. So whatever you are investing, you may not be able to get this. So at least in the now, rural areas are consuming more data than urban areas. There were reports on this. Now situation is changing. The relevance of this fund is getting lost. But otherwise, this rural area needs some support for getting this capital investment in connectivity. So in 2000s, this fund was formed for this XYZ purpose. Answer is B here. Now, what else you need to know about this? BharatNet is funded within this fight. It is a statutory fund under Indian Telegraph Act. That is an extra basic info, but it's a rest everything which I already told. Firstly, answer the 14th question. What is answer? 14th question. D. Will you choose D? कौन बोला? ठीक है. ठीक है. Global Food Security Platform. This is an initiative of IFC. IFC, what it is? AFC is an organization that is a part of World Bank Group. Is India part of IFC? India is part of IFC. Now, it is a part of World Bank Group. What is XYZ purpose of this? First statement is wrong. What is the purpose of this XYZ grouping? Or what this XYZ platform? Food crisis, so many countries में हो रहा है. Even this Ukraine crisis lead to wheat crunch. India was exporting so much of the wheat last year. This year India got the heat wave and wheat production dumped, and Indian government told no more exports. So food export is becoming a major issue. To finance the XYZ issues in Ukraine and other countries, exactly is this global food security platform that is being formed. Second statement is correct and first statement is wrong. Answer here is B is the correct answer. Okay. 6 billion fund is the initiative. It is an initiative of IFC. Go ahead, answer the 15th question first. All good? बताओ क्या आंसर है? ए कैसे क्या है? डी. बताओ दो ऑप्शन बचा है. डी. एनी अदर? जितेंद्र. क्या आंसर है बताओ? All are wrong. Consider the following statement with reference to Competition Commission of India, CCI. It is an executive body formed by competition governance rules. This is a wrong statement. Why? It is a statutory body. Under which act? Competition Act. Competition Act 2002. Under this act, this competition XYZ body was formed. Appeal against this CCI goes to National Company Law Appellate Tribunal. Yes, this is a correct statement. किधर किधर लिखा है? For time being, this is a right statement. Then answer here is B. You can read more about of CCI here. 2002, it is a statutory body under the XYZ Act. Answer the 16th question first. बताओ उसका आंसर बताओ. ये थोड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग है, अच्छा से पढ़ो सब ऑप्शन देन आंसर करो. Second statement was correct, NCLAT. What is answer for this 16th question? There are very confusing statements are being provided. You have to pick the best one. क्या बोल रहा है? डी बोल रहा है और कुछ सी. व्हाट इज ग्रीन जीडीपी? बताओ फिनिश करो आंसर. सी पक्का डिसाइडेड. ग्रीन जीडीपी क्या है? जीडीपी क्या है? Inside territory of India, if XYZ goods and services are produced, its monetary value is called GDP. Now GDP minus what? Negative externalities, negative GDP minus value of environmental degradation or the cost of environmental XYZ for generating this GDP. That XYZ if minus karo, then minus P. What is P? That is if pollution is happening, if environmental damage or healthcare cost is happening. All this minus karo, then what you are left with, that is called green GDP. Here best correct option is C is correct. GDP after adjusting the cost of depletion of natural resources from GDP. Don't confuse it with investment in renewable energy, investment in green technology, eco-friendly technology and all this. Be clear with the definition of green GDP. Okay. Go ahead. Why this question came? क्या है न्यूज़ में? ठीक है. Not much here also. क्या आंसर है? हो गया? C 1 and 3. क्या? C. Everyone is C. मैं बता. What is this? INVTs? Infrastructure Investment Trust. What it does, it is similar to mutual funds. What it does, common retail people, I don't have capacity to invest in a road project. I don't have crores of money, but still I want to invest there. What I can do? I can give money to infrastructure investment fund. They pool money from so many retail investors. Then whole this money will be invested in the big infra projects. That is what they exactly do. They are similar to mutual fund, providing direct investment in infrastructure projects. This is exactly what definition of this. They are regulated by RBI on behalf of. This is a wrong statement, right? Why it is wrong? This is regulated by SEBI. Investment fund under category it will come. It is regulated by SEBI, not by RBI. So this is a wrong statement. 80% of investment are completed and revenue generating projects. This is a correct statement. So answer is C, of course. Fastly answer the 18th question. Very factual question. C. D. बताओ क्या आंसर है? D. D and C, confused between D and C. Answer is C. Answer is C. India is the second largest producer of rice. Correct statement. Who is the largest? China. Basmati rice is majorly grown in coastal states. Not in coastal states, it is inner states. Inner state means this UP, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, all this belt. Basmati rice is built. We have recently a case with GI tag. India was trying Basmati tag. GI tag was given to India. Pakistan contested this. So why Pakistan is contesting? Because there is something built on this belt. Rice crop needs high humidity and high rainfall over 100 centimeters. Very basic geography question. 1 and 3 is the correct statement. Answer is C. Answer the 19 question first. आंसर है सब हो गया. Answer is A. क्या बोल रहा है? A और D और C. With reference to flex fuel vehicles. What is flex fuel vehicle? Gasoline, petrol or petrol plus ethanol. Yeah, in any ratios you can mix out. Either you can run with 100% petrol or you can run with 100% ethanol. This much of variability, if your one vehicle is giving, that such kind of fuel vehicle are called flex fuel vehicle, FFV. Now, currently FFVs are not available in India due to lack of policy regulations. सही है क्या गलत है? Toyota's Corolla Altis hybrid. This vehicle is going to be launched in FF vehicle category itself. हो रहा है, but vehicles are still available. वो तो है. एथेनॉल कितने किधर से मिलेगा आपको 100% एथेनॉल रखने के लिए? एथेनॉल नहीं है, इसलिए हम ओनली अभी 8%. अभी पेट्रोल यू आर गेटिंग इज अराउंड 8% इज एथेनॉल. Currently India is 8%. हाँ, but our companies have option to go to E10 पेट्रोल. E10 पेट्रोल आपको मिलेगा नहीं, बिकॉज क्यों? बिकॉज इतना एथेनॉल नहीं है सभी को E10 करने के लिए. इफ पॉसिबल है, आवर टारगेट इज 25%, 30% by 2020, 25 and 26. But that is the target for India. So target तो बढ़िया है, ethanol तो gradually आएगा. So this statement is lack of policy regulation. All these are wrong. Already we have 10% ethanol, means policy is thus to some level established. They can run on either petrol or diesel or both. This is like exactly definition of XYZ. So answer here will be B will be correct answer. Go ahead. Answer the 20th question first. क्या आंसर है? सी. और कुछ ऑप्शन है? ए. और कुछ? So why this is asked? Mangalyaan mission, when it was launched? 2014. Very old mission. Why this is asked? Recently ISRO came with a statement that they have lost the connectivity with this orbiter that was going on. That means the mission is completely end of life हो गया. Otherwise this has no such current affairs relevance. You should more focus on ISRO missions that is recently going on. Gaganyaan and all other missions. That is questions more probability of coming from this. So this is a very basic question. It is India's first interplanetary mission. So far India has only reached moon. Now we are reaching to other planets also. First station, Japan has some projects. China has some projects. Maybe not reach, but they will have some XYZ project that time. Okay. It objective of study to atmosphere and mineralogy of this Mars. Absolutely correct statement. So answer here is C. Both these statements are correct. For Gaganyaan missions, learn all these small facts. How many countries have already done this space, take human to space? How all these details, specific details regarding this. Yeah, answer the 21st question first. Yeah. क्या आंसर है? B. Answer is all are saying B. ठीक है. So consider the following statement regarding tuberculosis. TB is an infectious disease, correct, which directly affects lungs. That is also correct, but only is not correct. TB can infect other part of the body also. Even though most of the TB you see, or most of the TBs directly also affects other parts of the body also. Other part like your neck, your other part of the body can also have this TB infection. So this statement is, even though most of the TB is lungs, but it is not only lungs, it can infect other part. This is a wrong statement. So you already eliminated 2 options. Now we are left with this. India's largest share of global TB burden, very correct statement. Recently some report was there, 28% of global TB burden was on India. We have so much strategy. Vaccine is given under Indradhanush platform to mission to prevent TB. Is it correct or wrong? Absolutely correct statement. We have, what are the other diseases for this vaccine was done under this? TB is there. What else? Diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, polio, hepatitis B, pneumonia, magnesis. All these diseases, you are also giving vaccines under Mission Indradhanush. Now, what is fourth statement? TrueNet is an indigenously built device used to detect TB. Very much correct. This is a device recently that is being distributed to fastly detect the TB. Go ahead. Answer the 22nd question first. Cancer है? B. Singalila National Park. Where it is? It is in West Bengal. Very much correct. Why it is in news? Because as well, there has been a red panda reintroduction project. 20 red pandas has been introduced into this XYZ park. This is a high altitude national park in West Bengal. So this is correct statement. What else? Kandur Slender Loris Sanctuary. This is in Tamil Nadu itself. This is also a right statement. Rest 2 are incorrect. Where is this Rangati 2 bird sanctuary? This is in, not in Kerala, it is in MP, Madhya Pradesh. In state of Karnataka, it is in state of Karnataka. Sariska National Park is in Rajasthan. Why it is in news? From Ranthambore. Where is Ranthambore? Ranthambore Tiger Reserve is also in Rajasthan. From Ranthambore, few tigers has been shifted to Sariska National Park. Why? Because the tigers there is reducing or low number. Aged tigers are more in the Sariska Tiger Reserve. So some tigers translocation is going on. So due to all this were in news. Answer is 2 pairs are only correct. Answer B is the correct answer. Go ahead, answer the 20. This is the graph if you want to have a look of different bird sanctuaries and all. Answer the 23rd question. What is the answer? Impact investing. What is impact investing? Financial gains plus social gains. ये दोनों है, such kind of investment is called impact investing. What is the best option? A is the correct answer. Investment strategy which aim to generate financial gains in addition to social or environmental gains. Okay. Go ahead, answer the 24th question. हो गया? क्या आंसर है? B 2 and 3. Okay, anyone else? C. So consider with regards to National Clean Air Program in CAP, consider the following statement. It aims to reduce 45% of particulate matter concentrate by 2026. Absolutely correct statement. In 100 cities. Where it is? There is some in 100 cities also. But this is a correct statement in general. Now second, CAP portal is used to monitoring of implementation of NCAP. Now CAP is not the name of the portal. The name of the portal is Prana. That is a portal used to monitor this PM particulate matter under this NCAP program. NCAP is implemented national level under the Environment Protection Act. This is not the act. Which act under it is implemented? Air Act 1981. Under this, the project is being implemented. So only one statement is correct. C, one only is the correct answer. Answer the 25th question first. क्या आंसर है? बताओ बताओ क्या आंसर है? D. A. Here what is the mistake? ये mistake मत करना. Incorrect पूछा है. Not the correct statement. PM Divine Scheme. What the scheme is about? Infra development in Northeast. PM Divine Scheme. Fund will be created by center and XYZ 100% central funding will be there. For the objective is infrastructure development gaps in address the development gap in Northeast and all. Now come to the statement. It is a major objective holistic border infrastructure in Northeast. Border infrastructure is not the objective of the fund, but general infrastructure development is the objective of the fund. So this is a wrong statement. It is a central sector scheme. What are different schemes? Central sector and centrally sponsored scheme. Basic difference is in central sector 100% will be by the center. Other one there will be a sharing by the state government also. Subject to different kind of. Now which kind of subjects go under this? Union subjects will go under this. Mostly union will be the implementing body also. In the other scheme, the implementing body will be completely state. Center only give XYZ funding to this other schemes. Mostly state or concurrent list subjects will be part of centrally sponsored scheme. Now this is a central sector scheme because it's already written 100% it is funded by center. This is a correct statement. This will be implemented by Ministry of Defense. It is not Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Northeastern Development. That kind of that ministry is implementing the XYZ scheme. Now these all statements are written in respect to a new scheme that is also launched. What is the name of the scheme? Here the answer is 1 and 3. 1 and 3 is the wrong statement. Now these all options are developed by thinking some other scheme that is recently being launched. What is the name of that scheme? Vibrant Villages Scheme. Vibrant Villages Scheme. What is it for? Exactly. Border development, infrastructure development, village development in the border areas. Around 4,800 crore scheme is there. It is fully sponsored by center also. But it's not only in Northeast, some other states are also part of it. Okay. Border state, yes. 4 states and 1 unitary along the northern land border is a part of it. Go ahead. Answer the 26th question first. बताओ क्या सीन है, क्या आंसर है? At least you should be able to secure Himalayas is regarding conservation of which animal? It's not just Himalayas conservation is there, but it is having special focus on one species. What is the species? Snow leopard. Snow leopard. Now, snow leopard, what is the range of snow leopard? All these Himalayan range countries, from India to Afghanistan also. Yeah. BIMSTEC means what? Bay of Bengal, countries around Bay of Bengal that may or may not have XYZ relationship with Himalayas. So this statement cannot go right, because BIMSTEC can have countries that don't have Himalayas, that don't have any of this snow leopard. UNDP can be there, but BIMSTEC is the one that is creating the mistake here. First statement is wrong. Second statement, the project is a part of global wildlife program funded by, this is a correct statement. This is a part of this program and it is funded by GF. So answer here is, yeah, B. Now what is this? These are the snow leopard range countries. You can see that which countries are part of this. From Russia to all these cold countries to Himalayan countries, all these countries are exactly the part of it. No countries in this southern block are coming under this snow leopard. What is snow leopard? Second statement is correct. What is snow leopard? What is its IUCN status? Vulnerable is the IUCN status. At least basic info of snow leopard you should know. Go ahead, our population is around nearly 7,500. India has 500, 600 snow leopards. Yes, schedule 1 protection. Go ahead, answer the 27th question, polity question. Office of profit, it's a very basic question. With regards to office of profit, consider the following statement. There is no mention of office of profit under the constitution. सही है गलत है? सब सही है बोल रहा है? It's a correct statement नहीं है, गलत statement है. ऑफिस ऑफ प्रॉफिट डिफाइंड नहीं है. ऑफिस ऑफ प्रॉफिट डिफाइंड नहीं है क्या है एग्जैक्टली ये होता है ऑफिस ऑफ प्रॉफिट, ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में डिफाइंड नहीं है. मेंशन तो है, किधर मेंशन है? आर्टिकल which one? 91 and आर्टिकल 191 एंड आर्टिकल 102. क्या क्या चीज है इसके बारे में, क्या बोल रहा है? इफ एनी member of legislature is holding any office of profit, he is not eligible to hold the position of MLA or MP. So this is mentioned in constitution but not defined in constitution. So definition किधर से है? Different cases by Supreme Court. Then Supreme Court came up with XYZ, if this is happening, then that post can be, like if appointing authority is the government, if salary is given by the government, this criteria is meeting, then that post can be called as a office of profit. These all things Supreme Court later developed, but the XYZ is there mentioned in the constitution. First statement is so wrong. Second statement क्या है? Representation of People Act 1950 exempts several posts from disqualification on grounds of office of profit. ये 1951 है, factual error made किया है, इसमें और कुछ नहीं है. Government can exempt. yes 51 है specific details के लिए. Now 51 ये किया है, but government can exempt several posts, but government can exempt means, but there is also technical limitations to it. Supreme Court has came up with, if this criteria is met, you cannot put that post under office of profit. So here answer will be, both these statements are correct, D will be the answer. Go ahead, answer the, both are incorrect. Answer the 28th question. Very easy question. What is the answer? 1 and 3 are correct. Answer is C. Or kuch? D. Or kuch? Recently, 7th annual meet of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank (AIB) was recently held. Consider the following. Headquarters is in Beijing. Very much correct. We have two different banks. One is AIB and other one is ADB. There is New Development Bank also. New Development Bank is by BRICS. एससीओ समिट इंडिया में होने वाला है ना? एससीओ में इंडिया में होने वाला है. This AIB headquarters in Beijing, China only. Correct statement. All members have equal voting rights. ये equal voting rights किधर है इसमें? NGB में है equal voting rights. All the 5 BRICS countries are having 5 votes and 20% voting share. But in AIB, that is following this how much share you are holding, that much voting percent is having. In China is having 25% voting, with China is the topmost. India is the second with 7 point something vote share. Okay. So India second is the correct statement. This is a wrong statement. Answer is 1 and 3. Very easy question. Answer the 29th question first. ये हम बहुत पर किया है ना. क्या आंसर है? Answer is D. Any other? So this tidal disruption event, ये क्या होता है? Recently NASA discovered some developments regarding TDS is going on in some other countries, some other galaxies. क्या होता है ये? Some black hole is there and star came near to this. Instead of pulling the star inside, star will be putting like this, and in this motion the star will totally get destroyed. It will be like circulated and thrown in a scattered and thrown out. Such an event is called tidal disruption event. This is like recently NASA observed some 250 million years ago some galaxies. This has happened. Now which kind of waves will come out of this? Gravitational waves. That's exceptional waves we identified only for a few number of times. Electromagnetic, all waves are electromagnetic waves. All this spectrum we are speaking from X-ray, infrared, all these are electromagnetic waves. Gamma rays will come from this. Why gamma rays? Gamma outbursts happen when very extreme events happen. Extreme events are like 2 stars are colliding, or one star is like getting destroyed itself into a black hole, or one star is exploding, supernova events, pulsar events. In these kind of extreme energy events, we will observe these gamma rays. So some gamma telescope can have the capacity to observe the extreme events in the happenings in the universe that is happening. Here you have a pictorial representation of what happened in tidal disruption events. Star was coming and there was a black hole. Instead of pulling it inside, it will be just thrown into different directions. What is singularity? What is singularity? Center of the black hole. What is the state of affairs? We are completely not aware. That state of affairs is called singularity. Now what is event horizon? Yes. If you look at this gravitational space diagram of this black hole, it will be something like this. And if light also, this area is called event horizon. Even if light or any particles get into the event horizon, then there is no escape. If photons are coming here, they can still, like this star is not entering black hole, it's just rotating it and go. If photons are here, they can still rotate around a black hole. If it is only entry into this event horizon region, then there is no escape zone. And this center is called singularity. Even light, nothing XYZ cannot escape out of it. Go ahead. Answer the 30th question. Last question for the day. कमन कमन कमन, क्या हुआ, क्या आंसर है, बताओ क्या आंसर है। बी, सी, कॉन्ट्रास्टिंग ऑप्शंस, वेरी गुड। सो सब हो गया ABCD. Now it is speaking about Navik. Navik is what? GPS system of India, roughly you can say. It is not global. It is having a range of 1,500 kilometers from India's borders. That much it is having the range. Now there is 7 satellites, that is correct. But it is all are not in geosynchronous orbit. 3 are geostationary and something like that. 3 are in geostationary plus 4 are in geosynchronous. What is the difference between geosynchronous and geostationary? Geostationary means Earth here, same point above it will always remain. Other one will be kept at a constant angle from the Earth. The angle between the Earth and the axis will be always remaining same. So these four are in geosynchronous orbit, 3 are in geostationary orbit. So this statement is wrong. It provides only standard positioning system SPS for civilian. That is correct. It provides 2 kind of services. One is for civilian. For civilians, it provides this service, standard position services. That is synonymous with GPS. Other for civilians only this. There is some strategic purpose for also this, like armies, for military armed forces. It provide other kind of system with more resolution and all. Third statement, Navik and GPS are both compatible with L1 band, widely used for civilian purpose. What is the logic you can apply here? GPS everyone is commonly using. Navik no one is using. Why? Even though India developed this system, आज नहीं आया है, बहुत साल पहले आया है. Our systems are not compatible. L1 band is only GPS is using L1 band. Our handset everyone is using this L1 band. Navik is using a different band, L5 band, and our devices are not compatible with this. So even though we are like still not fully transforming it into different frequency ranges use करता है. Usually all these devices we are mobile devices are tuned to different spectrum frequencies. So this Navik is basically based on L5 band range. So that's why this disbalance exists. That's why still Navik is being available for so many years. Still the application level it is not picking up. Still every application you see is based on GPS only. So answer here is this incorrect. This is incorrect. 2 only is the correct answer. Answer is B. So that's all for now. We discussed 30 questions from October mostly. Now every Saturday we'll 5 o'clock we'll discuss next 30 set of questions from next month. Like that we'll do till all the months are completed. That will fairly cover all the current affairs. Anything else? Regarding preparation, focus too much on 2 things. One is if you are answering any institute, any paper, try to reduce the mistakes. Secondly, make sure that you are not wasting too much of time. Like what happened is we planned so many things, XYZ plan किया. Now morning में 8 बजे उठने का plan किया था, 8 बजे ये करेगा. Now उड़ा कब 9:30. Then 9:30 उड़ा, then don't go into the mindset that आज तो खराब हो गया, आज मैं late उड़ा तो पूरा दिन खराब हो गया. Then मैं next day से फिर start करेगा 8 बजे. ये mindset नहीं रखना. कितना खराब हुआ उतना छोड़ दो, 9:30 से start करो. ये अब स्ट्रिक्टली रखो. आप कितना मिनिमम टाइम खराब हो गया, उसका बाद क्या बचा है उसमें फोकस दो. कभी भी 100% नहीं, कभी भी 8 बजे नहीं उठ पाएगा समटाइम्स. हाँ, प्लान कितना करके रखो बट वो डिस्टर्ब हो ही जाएगा. इवन इफ हाउ मच कमिटेड यू आर, सो डिस्टर्प्शन हो ही जाएगा. बट हमारा फोकस शुड बी कितना भी डिस्टर्ब हो, कम बैक टू शेड्यूल, गो किसका 70% एटलीस्ट ट्राई टू अचीव आउट ऑफ दिस. Baki, don't get distracted. Whatever you are doing, continue doing. Don't take any new materials. Don't make any preparation blunders. Okay. That's all for now. All the best. Thank you.